Okay, so let me start sharing screen. So in the last class, we were talking about operators. So we had discussed about arithmetic operators, and also we had discussed about relational operators in the last session. Right? Relational means we had discussed they are used to compare values, and any relational operation returns a Boolean value. Any relational comparison returns either true or false. That's what we had discussed in the last session. Okay. You can see we had discussed all this. Next one, logical operators. Let's discuss this and complete this today, and then jump to the next topic. Logical means generally used to combine two or more conditions. And we have these three operators in Python: and, or, and not. So these are logical operators in Python. The purpose of logical operators is used to combine two or more conditions. Right? So let's understand how and works, how or works, and how not works. Okay. So we can see one by one here. Suppose if you talk about AND operator, AND is used to combine two or more conditions, and here when you are applying AND operation, every condition should be true. If AND operation should be true, then every condition in the expression should be true. Okay, that is AND operation. Let us see a small example so that you get a clear idea. Okay, suppose you see here, this is an AND operation. If you have two conditions, you are combining these two conditions with AND operation. And when you apply AND in between two conditions, both conditions must be true if that whole expression has to be true. Right? And means if every condition in that expression is true, then AND operation is true. And if any one condition is false, then AND operation is false. So that is AND operation. Okay, just a quick idea. And these are all simple things. We don't have any big difficulty in this to understand. Okay, suppose you open your this one Python prompt. Okay, just we can clear the screen if you want. Okay, so you how to apply AND operation? You take two conditions, something like 10 greater than 2 and 10 greater than 5. Here both conditions are true, then AND operation is true here. Enter true. Suppose if any one condition is false, suppose 2 greater than 10 and 10 greater than 5. Now what happens to AND operation? This is false. Why? The first condition itself is false. Here itself it is false. Then it won't go and check for the second one. Okay, enter. You can see here this is false. AND operation is false. So in this way, AND can be used to combine two or more conditions. It's not just two conditions. If you want, you can use AND to combine multiple conditions. We'll discuss more on that when we are doing Python programming. I hope this is clear for all of you. So we can apply this for Python programming. Okay, next one. This is AND operation. Right, next OR operation. What is OR operation here? Suppose OR means some same like AND. The only difference is when you use OR, it is also used to combine two or more conditions. Okay, OR is used to combine two or more conditions, and if OR should be true, at least one condition has to be true. Suppose if you see here, you are applying OR, you can see this is OR. So in between two conditions, you are applying R, then no problem. It is also used to combine two or more conditions, same like M, but the difference is this functionality wise, both are different, friends. So even though they look same, and functionality is little different from R functionality. Behavior wise, both are different. When should we apply R? See, R is used when you apply R means if every condition in the expression, you know, if you want it to be true, right? So otherwise, let me reframe it like this. At least if one condition is true in the given expression, then our condition is true. At least one condition. Not every condition has to be true if you put R in between two conditions. At least one condition is true. That is enough for us, R operation to be true. That is, what is that? The behavior of R operation. Okay, I hope this is clear. Now you can try with R actually. See here, you can take an example 10 greater than 2 or 10 greater than 6. Enter. This is true. Suppose you say 10 greater than 2 or 10 greater than 25. You see this. The first condition is true, second condition is false. But still R is true because for R, if one condition is true, that is enough to make this whole R condition, R expression to be true. Enter. This is true. So that's all, friends. This is the idea about R operation. Is this clear for everyone? This is a simple one. See, R and R, all these are simple. Not means negation. Suppose not of true, it gives false. Or not of false, it gives a true. Okay. In Python, just apply these keywords directly. Logical operators are keywords here. We don't have symbols like in C, C++, Java, or C Sharp. Okay. I hope this is clear for all of you. So now this is the idea about logical operators and, or, and not. Suppose not of 10 greater than 2 is something what it gives false. You got it right? So means what? 10 greater than is true, not true is false. So that's how negation works here. Okay. So negation is something which is applied, which acts as a flip here. When you apply it on true, it returns false. When you apply it on false, it returns true. Something like this. So this is the idea of logical operators. I hope this is clear for all of you. So logical operators means is to combine two or more conditions. Okay, that is and or. The difference is if we apply and, every condition should be true within the given expression. If and operation should be true. Or means at least one condition should be true within the given expression. We'll discuss more on this when you keep going forward. We'll discuss more on this. Okay. Right. Thank you. So that's the quick idea. Are you good with this? All of you are clear on this? Are you clear on this? Okay. Right. Thank you. Next one after this is and or not. Next one. We are done with logical operators. Next one. Assignment operators. Why don't we talk about assignment operators? We'll finish up operators now. We finished arithmetic, relational, logical, assignment. Assignments means simple, friends. This doesn't have much to discuss. It is used to assign a value to a variable. What assignment operator does? Assigns a value to a variable. Suppose you can see here we are doing this from the beginning of our Python programming. So if you just open this and say some a equal to 10, so we are assigning a value here. You can see here, this is assignment. A equal to 10 is assignment. So what's happening here in this case? We are assigning 10 to A, and this is called assignment. Okay, suppose there are different assignments again. So assignment operator assigns a value to a variable. Now, when we talk about assignment, there are so many assignments: plus equal to, minus equal to, asterisk equal to, slash equal to. All these are assignments. And how do you do that? Simply, assignment can be done in two ways. So shorthand notations. One is with shorthand. See, this is general assignment, what we are doing here. A equal to 10 or A equal to 5 or anything. So there is suppose you want to increment by 2, by 3. So in that case, sorry, if you want to increment by 2, by 3, something like that. What kind of assignment is that? Increment and assign. Suppose if you want to increment by 1, A equal to A plus 1. This is also assignment. This is increment by 1 and assign your value. So this is one kind of assignment. There is another one. Suppose you can print it also if you want. That is you want 11 here. Suppose shorthand notation, A plus equal to 1. This is nothing but internally it is A equal to A plus 1. And you say A plus equal to 1. This is a shorthand incrementation, which is internally A equal to A plus 1. So what is that we are doing? In both cases, we are doing assignment. In the first case, this is actually a regular assignment or normal incrementation. And this one is shorthand incrementation. Once after we do the incrementation, we assign that result to the variable here. Right? So in both cases, what we are doing assignment. So you can see here and print A, you got 12 here. By previous earlier, the value of A is 11. Now you incremented it by 1 and again you assign to the same A. So that's why it became 12 here. I hope this is clear. So this is what assignment is. Assignment can be in different forms. Direct assignment like this. Increment and assign like this. Again, apply shorthand like this. So there are different forms of assignment here. It's not like just directly assigning something to a value to a variable. Okay, we can also do assignment like this, like in any way we want in programming. Okay, so this is the idea about assignment operators, and we can apply this not just only for plus, we can apply for minus. Okay, or into. You can see you can apply assignment for all this. Okay, that is the idea. These are just few examples. Maybe there might be few more assignments you can do. Okay, so got it right. What is assignment? Assigns a value to a variable and just assign a value to that variable. That's all. This is the syntax. We are doing it. So this assignment we are doing from the beginning of Python itself. Okay. From since last week, we had tested number of examples. In all those examples, we have seen how to assign value and how to test that values. Okay, we had discussed it number of times. So you got it, friends. This is the idea of assignment operator. All of you are clear now? So this is the idea of assignment operator. Understood? So can I get an S from all of you on this? Are you able to understand that? Okay. So that's the quick idea about assignment operators. Next one. We don't have unary operators like in C, C++, Java, or C Sharp. So if you want to increment any value or decrement any value, we have to use our regular increment formats, full forms, something like this. These are all full forms. So this is incrementation. This is how we do incrementation in Python. We don't have plus plus and minus minus in Python. No plus plus and no minus minus. Ternary is there. I'll show you how to work with ternary in Python. But no unary operators. So something like plus plus and minus minus. I think you have heard about it in C, C++ or Java, all these languages. But here you cannot apply that. See here, suppose you say a equal to 10 and you say a plus plus. See, you get an error here. It won't work. Okay, suppose a equal to 10. If you want to increment this a by 1 or 2 or 3, you have to say a equal to a plus 1 and print a. This is incrementing by 1. Suppose if you want to increment by 2, you have to say a equal to a plus 2 and then print a. You can see it. It is incremented to 13. Okay. Suppose you want to increment by 3, a equal to a plus 3. Okay. Print a. So this is what? This is 16. Suppose if you want to decrement a equal to a minus 1 and print a. You can see there. So still if you want to decrement by 2, a equal to a minus 2 and print that a. You can see there. Got it right? So, so this is how you can perform increment and decrement in Python without using plus plus. You have to use full form. There is no that plus plus and minus minus. Whatever you do, you have to use these full forms here. You got it right. Understood, friends? This is the idea of what? Idea of incrementation and decrementation. How to do incrementation in Python and how to do decrementation in Python. So do we have plus plus and minus minus in Python? Can you please quickly answer in the chat box? Do we have plus plus and minus minus in Python? Please answer in the chat box quickly. So no, we don't have plus plus and minus minus in Python. Okay. Please answer in the chat box. So how do you replace that in Python? How do you fulfill that incrementation and decrementation in Python? If you don't have plus plus and minus minus, how do you substitute that otherwise? Substitute means how do you I mean, what is the alternative approach to increment and decrement in Python? Quick answers, please. Can you please answer in the chat box? Yeah, increment it. We have to use full form. Very good. Okay. Either increment by using the complete form. A equal to a plus 1, a plus 2, a equal to a plus 2, something like that. Okay. That's all, friends. This is the quick idea about all different operators. Okay. And then there is one thing I should talk here about ternary operators. What is that? I wish to talk. Just a minute. So ternary operators in Python. Okay. Maybe you can take any example. Let's see this. This is a simple example of ternary operators. What is that? True value if condition, else false value. So let's test this. Let us understand it in detail in Python. So what is this? This is concept of what we call ternary operators. Okay, I think. Okay. You can see here from Geeks for Geeks something. This is also famous website. If you wish, you can go through that later. So there are many examples. We can choose whatever we want. Okay. To check minimum of two numbers, maximum of two numbers, we can choose anything. Maybe I'm just looking for a Python ternary operator. You can see here value if expression else value 2 value 1. Okay, and there are so many examples. So this is, let us take this example, friends. Greatest of minimum of two numbers. Why don't we try this? Let us try this. Our greatest of two numbers. Anything should be fine. Are you ready to test a simple ternary operator program? But do you get the syntax, right? What is the syntax here? If true value, if that condition is true, else false value. This is the condition. So it's more like if else only. We'll talk about it more in detail when we go to the control statements. Okay. So now, what is it now? Here, let us take a small example and test it with the for ternary operators. A equal to 10, B equal to 5. This is greatest of two numbers. Okay. So how to apply ternary operator? Some big equal to some result equal to uh, true value. True value means A if A greater than B, else B. You can see that this is how we have to create ternary operators. What is the true value if condition is true, else false value? Then that whatever the value that is bigger, that is in this big here. Okay. So now what will be there in A? Let us print it and see it. Okay, enter and then print big here. Big is something which is having the biggest number. You can see A. You can also add a print here if you want. So the biggest is placeholder and close that dot format of in brackets pass that big value. Now you get a proper value here. The biggest is 10 here. You can see here. So we have formatted it properly with print statement. So this is the simple example of what ternary operators. This is the syntax of ternary operator in Python. So that value if that condition true value, if condition else false value. This is a simple program. If you want, you can take much more little complex and bigger one, right? But this is the simple idea how to apply ternary operators in Python. Okay, so maybe I'll just copy this and add it under this. Okay, so that's all about all other operators. And before I switch to the other next topic, all of you are clear with this ternary operators? All of you are good with this? Are you clear on this? Can I get an yes from all of you? So this is ternary operator. Okay. Maybe you can give a good practice. Then definitely you'll get a clear idea about what is this ternary operators. So finally, we have completed all different operators. What is that? Arithmetic, okay, and relational, and then logical. Okay, relational, and then logical, and then what else we had discussed? Assignment, shorthand, and full form assignments. Okay, and then ternary operators. We had discussed about ternary operators. All this we had discussed. And one more is what? One more is this one. What is that? Arithmetic, relational, logical, assignment, ternary. And one more, incrementation, decrementation, which is not supported in Python. Okay, plus plus or minus minus. Not supported in Python. These are not supported. Okay. So these are all, what is that? Different operators, what we have in Python. All of you are good here. Do you understand all different operators? How about this ternary operators? Any confusion on this? So are you able to test this program? This one. Did you test it, friends? Please keep testing along with me. If you want time, just you can stop me. How about others? Are you able to test it? So this is the code actually, just to test ternary operators. Are you able to test this? Oh, good. That's nice. So that's the idea about what is it? Different operators. Okay. Next one. The next topic is another very useful topic: data casting or data type conversion. Okay. Before we continue with another topic, before we get into the more important fundamentals of Python, so we'll finish up this data type conversion or data type casting, so that we jump to the control statements. So most useful topic in Python. Okay, are you ready now? Ready for this casting now? How to convert one data type to another data type is the concept here. When you say data type casting, that is the meaning of that. Right? So 1 minute, we'll just start it. Just a minute, friend. Yeah, friends. So let's continue. So what is the topic here? Data type conversion. What do you mean by data type conversion? Converting one data type to another data type. Right now we know about the data and data types, right? We had discussed about data and data types. So data type conversion means converting one data type into another data type. We'll see all this with detailed examples. Okay. This is very interesting topic. So please focus. So don't miss this. Please focus on this data conversion. So generally, we had already discussed this topic. Quick questions for you. So what is the data and what is the data type we have in Python? Implicit data types, because Python don't have explicit data types. Everything is dynamically typed in Python. So do we need to define any data type in Python? Explicitly, we don't need to declare any data type, but implicitly we have data types. Okay, so let us see that again quickly, touching the recapping that topic which we had already completed. Suppose this is data character. Okay, so what would be the data type for this? Please answer in the chat box. For character, any character type of data, the data type is what, friends? It is, please answer in the chat box. It is a string. Okay. For integer, it is a int. For decimal, it is a, so for decimal, it would be float. And for complex, it is complex, right? And for one more is what? Boolean. For Boolean, it is a bool. Okay. So this is the idea. Okay, these are all what is that data type and data type conversions. Sorry, data and data type. So these are all data, different data what we have in Python programming and data type. We had already discussed this, right? And just quickly recapping this so that okay, you might also quickly recollect what we discussed some time back. Are you good with this? Now, what is data type conversion? Converting one data type to another data type. You can see these are all data types. Now I want to convert one data type to another data type here. So what is that we do? Let us take examples and see here. Suppose you have, so this is very important in real programming. This data type conversion is very much necessary for us. Okay, in a real time programming. So, for example, you enter some string in numeric string, okay, something like 10 from keyboard, and now you want to convert this as integer. This 10 by default acts as a numeric string. That numeric string you have to convert it to a number. Then you need a type conversion, data type conversion. Okay, we'll do one by one here. Suppose first thing we'll start with string. So we can convert anything to string. It is simple. Now you go to the Python prompt here. So is.system of CLS. I'm clearing my prompt here. So now you take an example, a equal to 10. So first thing we'll start converting a data type from to a string. Convert any data type to a string. Okay, so first we'll start one by one. What is it? Convert any data type. Data type to a string. I'll show you for one, then it would be easy for you for all other conversions. It's very simple. Okay. So for that, first thing is to convert any data type to string. Right. So we have a function called str function. Directly we have same function as data type. Like data type, we have a function like this str function. Using this function, we can convert any data type to a string here. You can see here, friends. Following? So what is the string function does? The purpose of string function is used to convert one data type, any data type to string type. Let us test this now. Suppose I have an integer like this a equal to 10. Now you can see type of this first. Before you do conversion, just check the type of a. What is the type of a now? This is int here. For now, this is int. Okay, now I want to convert this to string. Then what should I do? Simple. So you say some s1 equal to str of a. You are passing simply a to that string function. What we are doing? We are simply passing that this a integer variable to that string function. Okay, there is a slight correction I need to do. I have to use assignment. I put minus there. Okay, put assignment. Enter. Now print s1. Now you can see that a got changed to string here. It was enclosed in quotes here. If you see, after we do conversion, automatically this string got converted, this int got converted to string here because it is in quotes here if you see. Now print type of, now you just to test whether that S1 is string type or not. Type of S1, okay, there is a small typo, type of S1. You can see enter. Now you can see S1 is of what type? S1 is of string type. So simply, this is how we can do conversions, friends. It's a very simple thing. So what you have to do? Just to simply use that function and pass the variable whatever it is to that function. Automatically, that variable gets converted to your required type. If it is string, it gets converted to string. If it is int, it get converted to int, to whichever type you want. Okay. Now you can see here, I am able to convert integer to string directly without any difficulty. So I have this conversion function, and this conversion function helps me to convert one data type to another data type. And this is very important, friends, because this conversion is very much needed when you are working in a large scale processing. So when you do this data analysis or anything, so in such cases, this conversion is very much important. Suppose I want to convert, this is converting integer to string. Okay, this is one scenario, right? You can see here. What did I do? I did conversion from int to string. Similarly, I want to convert decimal to string. Similarly, these are conversions, and then complex to string. We need to convert complex to string, and then Boolean to string. Okay, let's do these conversions because anyhow we don't need to convert string to string. These are all possible conversions we can do on from one data type to string type. Okay, so why don't we test all this one by one? So convert decimal to string. It is so simple. Take a decimal value a equal to some 10.5. If not a, you can choose b, whatever you want, you can take that. Okay, and then enter. Now, what is the data type of this? Print a. And still, if you want to know the type, so you can just use type function and check it out. What is the type of a here? Type of a, you can clearly see here, it is a float. Now pass this variable to string function, some s1 equal to str of what is it, friends? Some a, and then print it, print s1. Now if you see this time, s1 is a string value. This is not a float. This is a string value. If you want, you can test it. Type of S1 here. If you see here, what is this? So this is nothing but string here. You can see here. Similarly, you convert a complex to string or to a Boolean to string. In that way, you can convert any data type to string type by applying this str function. What function? Str function. I hope this is clear. So this is the quick idea about type conversions, any type to string type. Suppose you can simply directly try this str of 10 plus 20j. This is a complex number which we are directly converting to a string type. Okay, I'm just directly applying it. This time I'm not taking any extra additional variables and doing conversion. You can see now. Now you can see this complex number directly got converted to string here. If you want to reserve, if you want to assign it to some variable, you can choose that some s1 equal to str of 10 plus 20j. Here I'm directly passing a complex number and print s1 here. Now you can see this is not a complex number. This is a string value type of s1 you see here. What do you get it here? You get string here. What is it, friends? We are getting a string here. It is no more a complex. Similarly, if you want, you can try Boolean also. Suppose you have a some result equal to str of some true. Okay. Now we are converting a boolean. See, right? True or false is a boolean. I'm passing this boolean to string. Then what happens? Result, print it. This time this result got converted to string here. You can see as we applied str function. You got it right, friends? So, so if you want, you can just apply type function, type of res. You can see here. You can see this is string internally. So this is how you do conversion of one data type to another data type. I hope this is clear. So this is the idea, friends. So now similarly, all of you are good till this. Can I get NS from all of you in the chat box? Are you clear with this? Are you able to test it along with me now? Testing with me? Please answer in the chat box. That is one thing. Okay.
Sir, a small doubt, sir.
Yes, yes, sorry.
Sir, here we are taking another variable, sir, S1, to mention the above first variable
Yes,
to
yes.
make the conversion.
Yes, sorry.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Just a small doubt, sir.
This is
S1 is a
just
function or it's a variable? Just I have it.
it's a
Doubt, sir.
variable, Hari. Just we are trying to store that result. That's all. Converted value. We are just trying to preserve that converted value.
Okay, sir.
So whatever we are converting, I want to save it for future purpose. So I am
Okay.
assigning to another variable. It's not a function. Here, if you see here in all these cases, this is conversion function. And this will do the conversion. That converted value we are assigning to another variable.
Okay, sir. Got it, sir.
You got it right?
Yes, sir.
So that's how we try to save results or convert, I mean, any value in programming. Got it, Hari?
Yes, sir. Now clear, sir.
Okay. So that's the idea. Similarly, you can do the conversions on any data type. You can do conversion of any other data type. For example, if you want to convert any data type to int, you can use int function. Any data type to float, float function. Any data type to complex, complex function. Any data type to bool, bool function. Same. See, functions are nothing but it is almost same like data types. Instead of data type, we use a function here. There has to be suffixed with a parenthesis here, this brackets. When you look at this brackets, these are methods. These are not data types. Okay. You can see for string, we have string function. Similarly, to convert any other data type to the respective data type, what do we have here? We have that int to convert any data type to int function. Any data type to float function. Any data type to complex function. Any data type to boolean, bool function. Okay, let us test all this one by one. We can test it, friends. Let us just go to the prompt os.system of CLS. Okay. Suppose you take a string here. Some string is something like some 100. It has to be in single quotes, okay? Because it is a string, right? Singular, double quotes, or triple quotes, whatever it is, okay? Enter. And now I want to convert this string to a number. What is that we should do? Convert the string to a number. Okay, what do you do right now? You can just take another variable, some x equal to or some result equal to. I want to convert it to integer, int of s1. Okay, print it. Result print. You can see there earlier this s1 is string type. Still, this s1 is string only. Now result is integer. What happened here? We converted this string to integer here by applying int function, conversion function. You can see here. Suppose you see type of s1. What is it? This will be string. Type of result. This will be what? This will be integer. Why? Because we have converted the string S1 to result, which is int type. Okay, this is how we can simply do conversions. But one thing is, this has to be a numeric string. Suppose if say S1 equal to some ABC, you cannot convert character string to number type. ABC is a purely a character, alphanumeric otherwise. We cannot convert alphanumeric to integers or numeric type. We cannot convert character strings to numeric type. Only what kind of strings we can convert? Only numeric strings. You get my point? Suppose you take S1 equal to ABC. Now some result equal to int of S1. You pass it, you get an error here. What is it here? We get an error. Why? You are passing a character string here. This one. This is not a numeric string. This is a character string. When string is not a number, you cannot convert that string to number, any numeric type. You cannot convert it to either int or float or this kind of numeric types. Okay. What is this string should be? If you should convert this to int or float, this string should be what type, friends? It has to be number type. If it is character or alphanumeric, suppose if S1 equal to A123, right? Now you try to convert it to integer, int of S1. You see, this time, even this time you get an error. You can see here. Why? Because you can see invalid literal for int with base 10. You can see this. It is asking a numeric string, but you are passing alphanumeric string. This is alphanumeric string, and this kind of strings cannot be converted to number type. Are you following, friends? This is the idea about numeric conversion. Okay, how to convert a string to number. Got it now? Similarly, you can test. Suppose you can take a string, some 100 as usual. Now I want to convert this to the decimal. Simply apply. Suppose some result 2 equal to some float of S1. Here what happens? So if you want, you can print S1. This is string, and result 2. This is, you can see, float. Now that string, whatever 100, this got converted to S1 got converted to float here. You can see here that 0.0 is added. That means it is a decimal number. And if you want, you can apply type function, type of res2. Okay, you can see there, or type of res2. Okay, sorry, S1. You can see here. See, if it is type of S1, it is giving you string. Type of result2, which is converted from string, this is a float one. Okay, this is how we can convert one data type to another data type. Now we can see the conversion of a string to what? Integer as well as float here. We have observed the conversions. Similarly, you can simply blindly apply, just these are the conversion functions. Suppose you want to convert any type to that particular data type. You just remember, you need to quickly remember only one thing here, that we have this conversion functions, and this conversion helps us to convert one data type to another data type. This is what you should remember, friends. Do you get my point? This is what we should remember here. So these are very much necessary and useful to you. Okay, I'll show you, and while we keep working on numerous examples so that you get a clear idea. Okay, so these are all different conversion functions. Maybe you can test with, well, let us quickly test with other things. Okay, so we have seen how to convert, how to apply integer function, float function. Let us check with the complex and boolean. Suppose you take an integer. Now I want to convert this to complex form. So what is that I should do? B equal to complex of A. Okay, and print A first and then B. Now you see that 10 whatever we have just got converted to complex form, and 10 acts as a real number here, and an imaginary is automatically is added as 0 here. You can see 0j. Okay. Finally, that whatever integer you have passed that got converted to a complex number. You can see complex plus 10 plus 0j. You got it right. So what happened now? This integer number got converted to a complex number here. You can see here, and we are printing B is complex here. Okay, if you want, you can simply check type function. When you pass type this variable to the type, it shows you data type of B here, implicit data type of B. Now B, no doubt, B is a complex number here. Internally, if you see, B is a complex number, right? Similarly, I want to convert this integer to Boolean. Then some, okay, result P equal to some bool of A. Okay, now I am converting this integer to, what is it, Boolean form here. So now what happens, let us see. So here we know A is enter. A is integer, which is 10. Result 3, just now we have converted to this integer, we have converted to Boolean here. You can see here. Now result 3 is a Boolean. So let's enter result 3. You can see that got converted to true. Any positive or non-zero positive, non-zero negative numbers, it gives you true, except 0. Suppose if you pass 0, then only it is treated as false. In all other cases, any integers, any positive integer or negative integer except 0, they will be true. In other cases, if it is 0, then only in that case it will be false. You got my point? That is the idea, friends. So this is a quick idea about type conversions from one data type to another data type. Okay, got it now? So can I get an S from all of you? All of you are good with this? Hari is having a doubt. Okay, this is the idea about conversions. Maybe you can test all possible conversions. Sometimes few of the conversions might not work. You don't need to worry. You can simply ignore them. Few conversions doesn't work even in Python. In such cases, you can ignore it. But this is the idea, overall quick idea, how to convert one data type to another data type in Python. You get my point here, friends? Do you understand? So this is the idea, friends. Okay. So I hope you understood about data type conversions. Okay. How to convert a data type from one data type to another data type, right? What is type conversion? How to convert all different data types from one data type to another data type? All examples. These are all examples. Okay. I hope you have tested this. Maybe from tomorrow it will be much more interesting for us because we start programming. So we start with control statements. So that is much more interesting for us. We start doing programs and we start doing playing with many more things in Python. Okay. So that would be much more useful for you. I hope you are clear with all this, friends. So are you good with today's session? Any questions from that? Okay, if you have questions, please ask me. I try to answer. Are you clear till this? Yeah, you can drop Hari, no problem. We are done with this session for today. No issues. Any questions, Jin sir? Jin sir, no, Surya or Pradeep? Okay, then we'll stop here. We'll catch back tomorrow morning. Thank you.